Imagine for a moment, you are sitting quietly, and you ask yourself, why do we seek relationships at all? If you look deeply, every human being is longing to touch something more than themselves. You want joy, you want peace, you want love. But somewhere along the way, you have been made to believe that another person is the key to your happiness. That is where the trouble begins. Because the moment your inner well-being depends on someone else's action, word, or presence, you have handed over the remote control of your life. And when they press the wrong button, naturally, you will suffer. A relationship is not about squeezing joy out of someone else. It is not about extracting. It is about overflowing. If you are not joyful within yourself, if you have not tasted peace inside you, then the relationship will simply become a marketplace of needs. You give me this, I will give you that. This is why so many people begin with love and end with bitterness. They start by saying, I cannot live without you, and end by saying, I cannot live with you. What changed? Only one thing. Expectation turned into disappointment. The most important step in creating a beautiful relationship is this. First, become complete within yourself. If you are joyful by your own nature, then being with another is simply a choice, not a compulsion. Then your presence is not a demand, it is a gift. You are not trying to grab happiness, you are sharing it. And this simple shift makes every relationship lighter, freer, more joyful. Love is not what someone does for you. Love is the sweetness of your emotion. If you know how to keep your emotions pleasant, then whoever comes into your life, you can share that pleasantness with them. If they are there, you love. If they are not there, still you love. Because love is not about possession. It is not about ownership. It is not about controlling another life. Love is like a fragrance. When a flower blossoms, it does not choose where its fragrance should go. Whoever is nearby will experience it. But right now, most people confuse love with attachment. Attachment is about fear. Fear of losing, fear of loneliness, fear of insecurity. Out of fear, people hold on tight. But love does not bind. Love allows. Love gives freedom. If you really love someone, you must give them space to grow, space to be, even space to walk away if that is their path. Otherwise, it is not love. It is just a cage painted with sweet words. Another important thing is, don't think of a relationship as a steady state. People are alive. They are changing every day. The person you loved 5 years ago is not exactly the same today. Their thoughts, emotions, priorities, they evolve. So if you keep demanding that they remain as they were, conflict is certain. To keep a relationship alive, you must allow it to breathe, to adapt, to move with time. Don't fossilize it with rigid expectations. When two people come together, it should be to enrich each other's lives, not to burden each other with demands. If your presence makes the other blossom, then you are truly in love. But if your presence makes them shrink, makes them less than what they could be, then you are simply holding them prisoner. And remember, a prison is not broken only by walls and bars. It can also be made of emotional chains, of constant judgment, of subtle control. One of the biggest mistakes people make in relationships is keeping score. I did this for you. You did not do that for me. The moment you begin counting, love disappears. Love is not a business transaction. You don't invest to get returns. You pour yourself out because that is the nature of your heart. If you are counting, then you are trading, not loving. Also, do not think that being in a relationship will solve your inner emptiness. If you are feeling incomplete, another person can only hide that feeling for a while. Eventually, it will surface, and you will blame them. No one can carry that burden for you. You must first become a whole being, and then, when you relate, it is like two full beings dancing together. That is a celebration. Otherwise, it is two beggars, each holding out a bowl to the other, hoping to be filled, and both go empty. Sometimes people ask, but Sadhguru, doesn't love mean sacrifice? Sacrifice only comes when you are doing something unwillingly. If it is love, it is not a sacrifice, it is a joy. You don't feel you are giving up something. You feel you are expanding. Sacrifice is a poor word. Love is not about cutting yourself down for someone else. It is about making yourself so big that the other becomes a part of you without effort. If you want a practical way to improve your relationships, try this simple thing. For the next 1 week, stop complaining. Just 1 week. Don't complain about your partner's habits. Don't nag. Don't point out their flaws. Instead, every day, consciously express one thing you appreciate about them. You will see, within 7 days, the atmosphere changes. Because human beings always blossom with appreciation and they wither with constant criticism. Another thing is communication. People think talking endlessly will solve problems, but if you talk without awareness, you only increase the distance. Real communication is not about words, it is about presence. If you can sit silently with your partner without needing to fill the space, that is a true connection. When silence is comfortable between two people, that means the relationship has depth. Words are just the surface. And don't forget humor. If you lose the ability to laugh together, the relationship will become heavy. Don't take yourself too seriously. Sometimes, even in difficult moments, if you can smile, if you can remember that both of you are just two fragile human beings trying to make life work, much of the bitterness will dissolve. Most importantly, use your relationships as a way of growth. See every irritation, every conflict, every demand as a mirror showing you where you are stuck. Instead of blaming, ask, what can I learn about myself here? How can I grow through this? Then even the challenges become fuel for your evolution. At the end of the day, remember this. No matter who comes into your life, no matter who goes, the most fundamental relationship you have is with yourself. If you are at peace with who you are, then every other relationship can be handled gracefully. If you are not at ease within, then even the most loving partner cannot fill that void. So don't try to fix your relationships. Fix yourself. Make yourself into a being who is naturally joyful, naturally peaceful. Then your relationships will automatically reflect that. Because relationships are not about two bodies, or two minds, or two egos coming together. They are about two lives dancing in harmony. And harmony can only come when each instrument is tuned. First tune yourself, then see how beautiful the music becomes. If these words have touched you and brought even a little clarity to your heart, I invite you to stay connected. Subscribe to this channel so we can continue exploring life, love, and inner growth together. Your journey is your own, but sometimes a little guidance can make the path clearer. Stay blessed, stay joyful, and I'll see you in the next one.